Hi Odense Vineyard, I hope you're all doing well out there. I'm going to do this video in English as well. Just a little greetings from me going into the Easter week. And you know, Easter holiday is a time normally for us to enjoy the good spring weather, to have a fellowship with our friends and family, maybe an Easter lunch. But also Easter is a very special time for us as a church, because this is just the central message in our faith is what happened over Easter many years ago. I mean, Christmas is nice, it's good, you know, Jesus was born, but really the story of Jesus being crucified on Good Friday and then rising again on Easter Sunday, that is the main theme in the Christian faith. Because if Jesus did not actually physically come back from the dead and walk out of his grave those 2,000 and some years ago, there just wouldn't be any Christian faith. There wouldn't be any hope for freedom, any hope for deliverance from death and from sin. So it's so important when we live in this Easter faith message, then we live a life under God's grace. We live with hope because we have a loving Father in heaven who has sacrificed everything for us. Jeremiah 29 says this very famous verse where God is saying, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." And I just really think that this message of Easter gives us hope. It gives us hope for ourselves. It gives us hope for the world that we live in that seems to be on fire sometimes. It gives us hope for our church family, because the resurrection of Jesus, it reminds me that God, he has good plans for us. He has something good for us. I really believe that. And I know that hope can be difficult. You know, we experience many things. I'm not sure what you are struggling with right now, but I can say for myself, just in the last few weeks, I've experienced some really difficult, really heavy things that I found really hard to deal with, things that were very discouraging. But honestly, I've also experienced some of God's great blessings. I've had even some small miracles happen in our personal life. And it's just, you know, it's just this mix of things. But in Easter, we're reminded that there really is a hope for whatever we're dealing with. And it's a real hope. It's not just like, you know, positive thinking and changing our minds. It's an actual, concrete, true hope for whatever we are battling with, whatever we're struggling with in our life, because we know that God is good and that he has actually died for me. So I truly believe that God, he has good plans for you, and he has good plans for me, for our church family, and for the world that we are a part of. So I just want to encourage you to go into this Easter week with confidence in God's goodness and his faithfulness, and just let it be a time where you can find some peace and reflect, and just be an expectation that God will meet you with his Easter joy and his Easter peace in this time. And of course, I also want to invite you for the next 2 Sundays that we're having here in the church over Easter, and that you will come and just celebrate Easter with the rest of the church. I actually am really expectant that God will come and meet with us these 2 Sundays. I think he will come with his presence, and he will also come with his power and meet us very powerfully these next 2 Sundays. I think he will come and he will bring joy, and he will bring peace, he will bring new hope, he will bring healing, and he will bring encouragement to every one of us who will come and show up. So I just want to say happy Easter, and I hope to see you during the next week. Have a really great time. See you.